Let me ask you a question. What does a life you truly love mean to you? Most of us think a life we love is one full of money, fame, or even that perfect life we see on social media. You might see someone in a beautiful place, living a life full of activities and achieving all their dreams. But is that really the life you love? If you think about it for a moment, you might discover that a life you truly love isn't necessarily the one you see on the screen. Sometimes, a life you love is far from perfection. It's simpler, and it's built on real values like inner peace, personal balance, and a sense of fulfillment that isn't tied to material or social success. Sure, money is important and brings comfort, but studies have shown that true happiness isn't tied to income after a certain point. For example, a famous study by Daniel Kahneman shows that happiness doesn't correlate with income past $75,000 annually. So beyond that, having more money doesn't significantly increase your happiness. What brings you happiness isn't necessarily wealth or that perfect image you're trying to achieve, but the small decisions you make daily, those moments of inner peace, and the people around you. For example, you might find joy sitting in a quiet place with your favorite cup of coffee, listening to music you love, or spending time with people you care about. I think a life you love can be much simpler than we think. It's made of small moments, daily routines filled with inner peace, and a clear purpose that reflects your true self, free from the pressures of society or social media. Because in the end, when we live the life we want to live, not the one others think we should live, only then can we say we're truly living a life we love. True happiness isn't something that comes once in a while or needs some big moment to make us feel it. The truth is, happiness is built from small moments we experience every day. When we wake up, we smile, we do something simple like having our favorite cup of coffee, taking a short walk in nature, or even doing a light workout. This isn't about miracles or huge changes in our lives. It's about simple, daily habits that make us feel joy consistently. And the best part is, we can build happiness little by little, step by step. It could be something as simple as taking 10 minutes each morning to meditate or write down 3 things you're grateful for. There's a concept called atomic habits from James Clear's book, where he talks about how small habits, when compounded over time, create massive results. So, in today's world, life is filled with noise. Whether it's endless notifications on your phone, back-to-back meetings, or social pressures, it all distracts you and leaves you feeling exhausted. This distraction drains your energy and makes you feel like you can't focus on what really matters. But what if you could simplify your life? What if you could get rid of unnecessary things and organize your life in a way that actually makes sense? At first, it might sound like a big task, but once you start removing clutter, whether it's physical or mental, you'll realize how much easier life becomes. For instance, if you decide to focus on 3 main priorities in your day and leave the rest aside, you'll notice how much more focused you become. It's not about having hundreds of friends or followers on social media. It's about the depth of the relationships we build with the people around us. A good life isn't one filled with a large network. It's one filled with meaningful connections. Long-term studies, like the Harvard Study of Adult Development, have shown that strong relationships are one of the key factors of happiness. True relationships provide us with security, emotional support, and appreciation. Spend time with people who genuinely care about you, who accept you as you are, and avoid shallow relationships that lack substance. The more time you spend with people who matter and work together on common goals, the more you'll find your life to be meaningful. So many people today live their lives based on what society wants, or what's trending on social media or the internet. The idea is that a good life is one where you follow the latest trends or try to meet others' expectations. But the truth is, a truly good life comes when we live according to our personal values. Values are the principles that guide our decisions and our life. Are your values related to freedom, family, personal growth, service? This matters because when you live a life aligned with your values, you feel like you're living a true and inspired life. In a study by psychologist Jonathan Haidt, they found that people who live in alignment with their values are far happier and more fulfilled than those chasing money or fleeting things. Everyone loves perfection, right? Perfection in work, in looks, in relationships. But the truth is, perfection doesn't exist. Life is full of mistakes, successes, and learning. The key is to keep going, not to quit. In the end, life isn't a race, it's a journey. True success comes with time, specifically with our ability to persist despite challenges. The idea is to understand how to accept our mistakes and continue in the long game. If you try to change your life in a week, you'll find yourself exhausted. But if you invest in improving yourself every day, you'll notice a huge difference over time. Success isn't about a quick fix, it's about steady progress. As you can see, building a life you love is about focusing on what really matters. Daily joy, deep relationships, and living according to your values. The ideal life isn't one full of money or fame. It's one full of inner peace and personal balance. So, are you ready to start building your life the way you want it? It all starts with small steps today. So pick one step now and begin making your life better. Just remember, the real life is the one where you're true to yourself.